Sup, it's Mupp, and I'm here in my holy and sacred shamanic grounds of ritual and ceremony today to share with you some fucking golden knowledge. But first, let's start with an offering, a sacrifice. This is some vanilla incense, so it's gonna smell real good at this bitch. May everyone watching this be blessed with the highest of good. This is for good intentions. So, you wanna be an icon, huh? Well, you've come to the right spot. From this planet's very own iconic Muppet. See, it's in my name, so I feel like I'm just the perfect person to sort of offer some light on this. So this is going to be a longer video, so we might as well just jump right into it. It's beautiful out today. I mean, look at that shit. Look at this. It's wonderful. The fish agrees. So, you want to be an icon. To start, we've got to do a couple things. There's a checklist, and this is not an exhaustive list. I'm just going to start nailing off points of this list. And it doesn't stop at this list. This is a good starting point. So if you want to be an icon, here's how to start. First, you got to know thyself. You've got to find the icon that's in you. You have to know it. And you have to recognize it. Because how do you expect anyone else in the world to see you as an icon if you can't see yourself as an icon first? Second, you've got to know the truth, and you've got to know your truth. That's part of being an icon, having a truth and a message. Second off, you have to use your voice. You've got to use your gifts and your talents and skills. Whatever it is that you got that makes you different from everyone else, use it. And use it for that said truth. Use it to spread your truth, to share your truth. Okay, third, there is love. Love is everything. You see all of this? It's the force that powers all of this shit. All of the shit. This is how I exist. This is how you exist. This is how any of this is happening. This is a universe made of love. You've got to love what you do. You've got to love yourself. Again, how do you expect people to love you as an icon if you can't love yourself first? You've got to love what you do, and you have to love all, unconditionally. Second off, we're on 4 now. I'm going to stop counting because I'm going to lose track in the middle of this list, so I'm just going to keep railing off points. You've got the law of attraction, also known as the law of correspondence. This is one of the 7 hermetic principles, stating as above, so below, as within, so without. So, to attract what you desire and what you want to become, you must first embody what that is and become it within yourself, and then it shall come to you. Again, as above, so below, as within, so without. Ever look at the roots of a tree compared to the branches? They're the same thing. Ever look at the rings when you cut a tree? It's the same shape. As within, so without. So use that to become an icon, if you're trying to become an icon. And of course, you've got to go within. Again, this goes with the first one again of knowing thyself. You must go within. You got to meditate. You got to find that silence, that true voice, that peace. And then you'll know, and you'll find that the answers were within you. So take the journey within, go within, and see where it takes you. Of course, we've got health. Health is wealth. This is key. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not eating right, if you're not exercising, unless you're Gabriel Iglesias, you're going to have a tough time being an icon. You could have all the money in the world. You really could. You could have the Lamborghini. You could have the mansion. But if you have a heart attack in one day, that shit's meaningless. So take care of yourself. Of course, I'm a vegan. I've been a vegan for years now. 7-day vegan challenge. Shout out. Take it if you haven't yet. I'm on that lifelong vegan challenge. And of course, then you will realize that RICH stands for realizing I create happiness. And that's what you have to do. You have to create your own happiness. Once you can create happiness, that's something that can be shared, and that's how you become an icon. You need karma. We can't deny karma. You got to get right. You have to get right with everything, because God is in disguise. That's what Jesus told everyone. He came down, he was like, hey, we're all God in disguise. And you know what they did to him? They fucking killed him. They crucified him for saying that. You've got to realize that God is all around you, even if you don't believe in it. This, whatever this knowingness is, even if you don't believe in God, you believe in yourself. And you know everything you've done. So you can't escape from that. It's also time to get right with nature. Because nature has birthed you. This is Mother Gaia. Don't be like those fuckers fucking fishing out of this beautiful fucking river and taking life. Because if you want to become life, you've got to eat life. You cannot eat death and become life. So if you want your best life, you've got to live it like it's your best life. You can't be someone like fucking Noah Feckers, who's gonna rob someone's house, someone's parents' house, of a World War II antique fucking heirloom pistol, and a diamond ring that says mom on it, and 2 guitars, when this kid wants to fucking, he wants to be just like someone like me. You want to be an icon, buddy? You really want to be an icon? Maybe you shouldn't, like, sexually assault girls in high school and sell all of these fucking harmful substances like fake Xanax and fucking lean, because that fucks your karma up. And then no one wants to work with you. No one. They know that you only care about yourself. And you're not going to succeed like that. You have to care about everyone. What can you do for other people? Do not ask, how can I make myself $1 million? Ask how I can positively improve the life of 1 million people. And that's how you are on the road to becoming an icon. Now you've got to share. That's huge. You find the light, and you've got to share the light. You've got to share this joy every day. Never let anyone take your smile away. And along with sharing, you've got to shine. And you have to shine relentlessly. You've got to shine so that even the darkest, most tainted souls cannot deny your glow. You've got to find your tribe. You've got to network. There's going to be people in this world who don't understand you. And of course, that's why you're still here watching this video, because you understand me. So many people probably already have clicked off and don't know what I'm talking about. But you're my tribe, and you know, because we speak this language of love and art and peace and all of this. Acceptance, all of it. You've got to network. Find your network, tribe, whatever you want to call it. You've got to work with the people who want the same thing as you. Because there's people out here who want you to succeed and want you to be the icon that you've always wanted to be. Now, this next one goes with share and shine again, and it also goes with the second one of using your voice and gifts for the truth. You've got to express yourself unapologetically. Never be sorry for who you are. Be you. Be true to you. Again, find yourself and stick to that like it is gospel. And that's how you become an icon. So you want to be an icon. Shut up and listen. That's what you have to do. You have to sit down, shut up, and listen more than you've ever fucking imagined. That's not what school was. School was programming you to be a slave and systematically taking your creativity away. You need to be a lifelong learner. You need to be learning every single day. A wise man once said, nothing. And then you may find that the true definition of enlightenment is realizing to the full extent of what one does not know. And that's the beauty. So you want to be an icon. Don't apologize. Don't be sorry. Never be sorry for what and who you are. Because you know your truth, and you're going to stick to your truth. You're going to do what is right, no matter what you're told. The sheep, robots, and people who are controlled and are responsible for all of the suffering in this world do what they're told, despite what's right. You need to do what's right, no matter what you're told, and never apologize for it. And of course, you've got to let go. You've got to forgive. You've got to forget. You've got to let go. Those possessions, that family, those friends, everyone who doesn't understand your dream, your vision, and anyone who seems to be a distraction and taking you away from your highest purpose. All of the materialistic things in this world, the car, the mansion, all of it, you've got to let that shit go. So you want to be an icon. This goes with letting go. Desire. Now this is a double-edged sword. You have to let go of desire, or else you will suffer immensely. But at the same time, you have to want it. You have to want it like none other. But you have to want it for all the right reasons. See, you cannot desire to become an icon for fame, for fortune, for, oh, I'm going to be so great. No, you must sheerly want to share this for the sheer and utter beingness of all of it. Be an icon just to be an icon. Just as one doesn't meditate or do yoga to improve their life. This is you must detach from these selfish desires that are focused on ego and self-gain. So you want to become an icon. You've got to work. You have to work like a motherfucker, because I don't work a day in my life, and that's my job. Because job stands for just over broke, and I realized at a very young age I could never do that. Because again, we realize I create happiness. That's rich. I'm the richest man alive. I've got people who love me and care about me. I have people who will be there when I call them. I've got a team of people who understand my vision. And I've got all the tools to make it happen. I'm so happy. I'm healthy. I have everything I need. I've been given everything I need since birth. But you have to work for your dream. Work for that being an icon. Work for your truth. You've got to respect your craft. See, you don't just one day decide, I'm going to do something, and then the next day, that's the best thing in the world, and that's just what you're known for. You have to work at it for your entire life, and you have to respect it. You have to eat, sleep, breathe it, all of it. They say it takes 10,000 hours to master any skill. You see, you're born into this world when people have already succeeded. There are people who are further than you are. And you need to respect them and what they've done to get you to where you're at. And that's by putting your all into everything you do. I've put more than 10,000 hours collectively into my art and my music and everything. Story, commentary, all of these things. And that's how you get closer to attaining that magnum opus. You've got to practice. It takes practice and devotion. So you want to be an icon. Practice your skills. Devote your entire life as if this were some sort of sacred church setting and you were communing with God himself or whatever you thought to be God at that time. Do that in your work and whatever it is that you take passion in and take pride in. You must devote yourself as a vessel for the creative spirit to enter and flow through you. So you want to be an icon. You need self-control. You cannot succeed and be everything you want to be if you're fucking slamming McDonald's, drinking booze, smoking cigarettes every fucking night. I'm sorry. You're gonna be just under the bar if that's your everyday. So you need to learn how to control yourself. You need to wake up early and you need to fucking work out even though you don't want to, even though it's cold, even though you're fucking sore. You've got to fucking put in those hours and you've got to take care of yourself and you got to love yourself and you have to be able to control yourself or else someone else is going to control you. And the second you give that power to someone else is when you stop becoming an icon. So you want to be an icon. You're going to need to sacrifice. You're going to need to sacrifice a lot. I don't just mean burning some incense and sacrificing it to the universe. I mean you're going to have to sacrifice everything you love. You're going to have to forget about your family. You're going to have to forget about everything. You're even going to have to sacrifice yourself. Again, it's about being a vessel for creative spirit and creative energy to enter and flow through and do its bidding. Because this divine creative energy, that is where you being an icon even comes from. So you want to be an icon. You've got to risk it all daily. That's right. If you're not doing something today that puts it all on the line, that if something goes wrong, you just won't be doing it tomorrow, then you're doing it wrong. And you will not be an icon. You need to risk it all daily, whether that's putting your life on the line, whether that's putting your freedom on the line, whatever it is, you have to love what you do to the point where you will die or go to jail for what you do. And if you're not doing that every day, then you won't be an icon. So you want to be an icon, huh? You want to be an icon. You can never take a break. Evil never takes a break. There is no such thing as a day off for the evil in this world. Even now, there is some sort of force closing in on me that wants to kill me. I can't sleep someday. I can't take a fucking break. Because evil never does. So you've got to fight that every single day, and you cannot take a break. You've got to wake up. You've got to wake up to who you are, your purpose, what you are. And you've got to literally wake up earlier and earlier. Because if you're not up before everyone else, what's going to stop your enemies from having a fucking knife to your throat before you even open your eyes? You've got to do that first. That's why you got to wake up at 4. You got to wake up at 4 in the morning. Something stupid like that. 3:33 a.m. Something like that. And you've got to get up and get everything done before anyone else that you might be competing with is even awake. So you want to be an icon. That means no excuses. No excuse. The second you start making an excuse for why you cannot do something and why you cannot live your dreams is when you will not become an icon. You've got to be honest. Honesty is key. If you know your truth, but you can't be true to others and yourself, then you've lost the point. You've got to be brave. You've got to be humble. This is going to put you through the ringer. This is going to be a test. That's why, to be an icon, you must pass the test and never let it go to your head. Because you can't be, oh, look at me, I'm such an icon, I'm amazing. Because you're just like everybody else. You just woke up early and you fucking worked really hard at it. And now you've got the chance to reap the benefits of all of that. So you want to be an icon. You've got to take your power back. You have to stop externalizing your power. This goes with excuses. Anything that you make a reason for why you can't is taking your power. And you need to take that back and say, I can, I will, and I am. You've got to give daily. Again, it's all about giving. The more you give, the more you will receive. That's how to become an icon. So you want to be an icon. Follow your dreams, they say. Follow your dreams. If everyone thinks you're crazy because you had this dream where everyone you knew and even people you haven't met yet are all in a fucking mine and the mine collapses and everyone's choking to death, and you run in to save someone and you're still the first out, but then you go back in and everyone calls you crazy, but you know in your heart what this means, follow it. Follow it. Because that's your truth, and that's the only way you're going to keep yourself safe in this journey. At the same time, don't dream. Don't wake up with a dream. Wake up with a plan. Don't just think about one day I'm going to be so great. One day I'll have all of these things achieved. No. Wake up with exactly what you're going to do now. What are you going to do right now? Use the present moment. That's all we ever have. How are you going to use that to achieve your goals? So you want to be an icon, huh? Don't we all? You've got to move. You got to move your butt. You got to get up. You can't just stay in one spot forever. An icon's never just going to be sitting there. Unless you're the Buddha and you're under some tree, but he already did that, so you've got to do something else. So you want to be an icon. You've got to visualize it. You've got to see in your mind's eye what that looks like for you first, before anyone else can see it. Gratitude. Gratitude is key. You must be thankful. Every time you give thanks for all of your blessings, they double. So be thankful. Be thankful to everyone who's gotten you to where you are today. Thank your family. Thank your friends. Thank your loved ones. Thank everyone for what they do. Thank the plants. Thank your food. Thank the water. Thank the air. Thank all of it. So you want to be an icon. This ego, it's got to go. It's got to die, man. Because the ego is afraid of dying. And if you live in fear, you're on the lowest vibration. You need to be in love. And to be in love, you cannot cooperate with the ego, because that will destroy your relationship. That will destroy your relationship with yourself, and that will destroy your relationship with anyone else. And it will hinder you on your journey to become an icon. You've got to do some shadow work. You've got an unconscious that is primal, monkey brain, that thinks kill, and all of these other primitive, simple thoughts. And you've got to work on that, and you've got to go into that deep depth of just disgust and hate and anger and disappointment and confusion that you have for life. And you've got to make something out of it. Because on the other side of that is nirvana. That's paradise. Once you conquer your shadow, you've won. Now, you can never settle. Even if you've won, you can never settle. Never settle. Always be moving forward. Keep moving forward. You've got to fight the good fight, and you've got to live for justice. So you want to be an icon. It's all about freedom. Realize that freedom is your birthright. Free yourself from all of the shackles and chains. And realize that I am not free while anyone is unfree, even if their shackles are very different from my own. You must understand, overstand, and understand your goals. That's right. We can't just you do not just understand being an icon. So you want to be an icon. Understanding it, you can look up at an icon, say a Post Malone or a Laura Jane Grace or a Maynard James Keenan, anyone who you may listen to and love and look up to as an icon. That's understanding it. You can understand it by looking up at this thing. Overstand it. You need to stand above your icons and your goals, and you need to look down at it and get that new perspective and that new view of it. And of course, finally, you will understand it, and that is within yourself. You are truly becoming, and you have become that. That is truly understanding it. You've got to be like water. Look at that. Look at that. The river is never in a hurry to go anywhere. Nature is never in a hurry to get anything done, yet it all gets done. This is all making its way to the Gulf of Mexico, and it will get there one day. It's not in a hurry. You've got to be fluid. You cannot be rigid like rock, because rock will erode over time as the water flows. You've got to learn and master the art of flow. You must use the elements, the water, the fire, the earth, the air. All of it. It is your friend. Master alchemy. Make the best out of the worst, and never let external events govern your internal condition. So you want to be an icon. You need heart and you need soul. You could be a talentless hack all your life and still make it big, because you've got heart and people can feel that. So you want to be an icon. Simply ask and you shall receive. The universe is working in your favor. It wants your dreams to come true. Again, visualize it. What does that look like for you? Ask for it, and you shall receive it. Trust it. Trust the universe. This goes with letting go again. Do not worry. You can be the masterpiece and the work in progress at the same time. It does not have to happen for you today. If it doesn't happen now, that doesn't mean it will never happen. So you want to be an icon. Don't worry. That's a huge thing. Do not worry. Because your worry and your doubt will cloud your mind and distract you from your goal. Be happy. That's all you have to be. Be happy right now. Use the now, the present moment. That's all we ever have. Forget about the past. Don't worry about the future. There is only now. There has only ever been now. What are you going to do now? That's how to become an icon. Your mind is everything. This is all just the illusion. All is just what's going on in your mind. Your eyes are perceiving this thing we call light as images. Your ears are perceiving these things as sound. You are making this entire thing happen right now. This consciousness, this is all you behind it. If you weren't behind it and you weren't thinking about what all these things were, then you wouldn't see them, you wouldn't experience them, they wouldn't be here. So you want to be an icon. You've got to live it every single day. It's got to be your life. So you want to be an icon. You've got to write it. Write it down. Write down what your dreams are. You've got to believe it. You have to believe that it will happen. If not now, when? Of course, you've got to forget it too. If you're just focused all the time on what you are not, then how will you ever become what you want to be? So you've got to forget the goal. We're only in this for the ride. We're getting towards the end of the list now. So you want to be an icon. You manifest it. Once you forget it, it's there. You've forgotten about it. Turns out it was right in front of you the whole time. Speak it. Say it. Therefore, I am. And those are my initials. Iconic Muppet. I am. That's my first name. Now, of course, we have this world's colloquialism of my name, but my actual title and name is, of course, I am. I speak. Therefore, I am. Those are the most powerful words in this language. For whatever follows is what you will become. Finally, we have, so you want to be an icon. I like to put acronyms to things because it helps my brain. I don't know, and it's just fun. So for an icon, so you want to be an icon, this means an intrinsic compulsion of noteworthiness. This has to be in every fiber of your being, and it has to be compulsive, as if it were your own mental disorder. This is an everyday, every moment thing, even when you're sleeping. Forget about waking moment. This is everything you do. It's a compulsion. It is eating away at you, that you have to be noteworthy and that you have to be a legend, essentially. Because what are we all doing this for? We're doing this to create something that will outlast us, something noteworthy that will live longer than just a simple human life. And that's essentially how to be an icon. If you've watched this far, you're well on your way. Good on you. I'm proud of you because this is a long-ass video. Thank you all so much for watching. I can only offer peace and the best of positive energies. Love you all. Buy my new album. Hey, we've got CDs. Check out our website, compe-mn.com. I'll see you all in New Earth. Welcome to the 5th dimension.